The stage feels enormous as the 12-year-old Rasta boy steps forward, his small barefoot figure framed by towering lights and a sea of faces stretching into the darkness. His dreadlocks fall naturally around his shoulders, and his simple clothing stands in sharp contrast to the glittering stage beneath him. A soft murmur ripples through the audience, not out of mockery, but uncertainty. No one knows what to expect from someone so young and unassuming. The judges watch closely, curiosity written across their faces as he grips the microphone with calm hands. He introduces himself in a quiet, steady voice, carrying a humility that immediately shifts the energy in the room. There is no bravado, no nervous laughter, only a gentle presence that commands attention without demanding it. The camera captures close-ups of raised eyebrows and exchanged glances, especially from the usually unshaken judges. The lights dim slightly, wrapping him in a warm glow, as if the stage itself is leaning in to listen. In that moment, the noise of the world fades away. What stands before them is not just a child auditioning, but a soul ready to speak through music, and the silence begins to feel meaningful rather than awkward. The first notes of the music drift softly through the theater, so light they almost feel like a breath. The boy closes his eyes, lifting the microphone gently as if he is afraid to disturb the air around him. When he begins to sing, his voice emerges as a whisper, pure, controlled, and deeply emotional. It doesn't rush or demand attention. Instead, it slowly pulls everyone in. The audience instinctively leans forward, drawn by the fragile beauty of the sound. His tone carries a calm wisdom far beyond his years, each word flowing with natural grace. The camera moves across the judges' faces, capturing the instant shift from curiosity to surprise. One judge's smile fades into stunned focus, another's eyes widen slightly, realizing this is something rare. The lighting softens, bathing the stage in cool blues and warm golds that match the spiritual mood of the song. The boy remains still, eyes closed, completely connected to the melody, as if the music is moving through him rather than being performed by him. With just a few quiet lines, he transforms the massive hall into an intimate space where every breath, every note, feels personal and unforgettable. As the song reaches its emotional center, something extraordinary happens. The entire theater falls into complete silence. The boy's voice grows slightly stronger, not louder, but deeper, carrying a haunting resonance that seems to float above the audience. Every note lands with precision, wrapped in emotion that feels both ancient and intimate. No one coughs, no one shifts in their seat, even the sound of breathing feels too loud. Faces in the crowd reflect awe and disbelief, eyes fixed on the stage as if under a spell. The camera cuts to the judges, frozen in place. One leans forward with hands clasped, another stares wide-eyed, struggling to process what they are hearing. Simon Cowell sits unusually still, his expression serious and focused, clearly shaken by the power of the moment. The boy remains calm, eyes closed, voice steady, as if he is singing to something far beyond the room. His words echo softly against the walls, filling the space with emotion rather than volume. It feels like time has slowed, as though the performance has created its own world, one where silence speaks as loudly as sound, and everyone present knows they are witnessing something unforgettable. The music slowly builds, and with it, the emotion in the room deepens. The boy sways gently, still with his eyes closed, as if guided by an invisible current. His voice now carries a richer texture, filled with longing and respect, revealing the song's true purpose, a tribute to voices lost to time and paths shaped by the wind. Each line feels intentional, soaked in memory and meaning, and the audience begins to sense that this is more than a performance. The lighting shifts to warm golds, casting soft beams behind him that resemble flowing air, giving the stage an almost spiritual glow. His face shows no strain, only surrender, as if he is channeling something greater than himself. Some audience members place hands over their hearts, others quietly wipe away tears, moved by the honesty in his delivery. The judges sit silently, no longer evaluating, simply listening. As he approaches the final phrase, his voice rises with control and grace, then gently descends into a lingering note that seems to hover in the air. In that suspended moment, the song feels timeless, and the theater feels connected by a shared sense of reverence and awe. For a brief heartbeat after the final note fades, the theater remains frozen, as if everyone is waiting to make sure the moment is truly over. Then the silence breaks like a wave. The audience rises to its feet in a thunderous standing ovation, applause crashing from every corner of the hall. The boy opens his eyes slowly, surprise and disbelief spreading across his face as he takes in the reaction. Bright golden lights flood the stage, reflecting off cheering faces and waving hands. The judges stand as well, clapping with genuine admiration. Simon Cowell nods slowly, a rare smile forming as he looks toward the stage, clearly moved. One judge wipes away a tear before speaking, struggling to find words that can match what just happened. The boy smiles shyly, gripping the microphone with trembling hands, overwhelmed but grateful. The chants from the crowd grow louder, his name echoing through the room. In that moment, he is no longer just a hopeful contestant, he is a symbol of raw, undeniable talent. What began as quiet curiosity ends as collective celebration, sealing the performance as one that will be remembered long after the lights go down.